To cover 80% of your entry fees, you have to stand on your own now and sponsor an athlete, one athlete to the event. No, this one has to go on record. You know, we are taking records here, so this one has to go on record. We only have 1 minute to continue.
Kuleta mwongozo unasema ni adopt.
Order.
So unaweza kulipia kitu yote. Kwa sababu tena pale kwa kambi, tutaambia wale wakati ingia hesi kama wana pesa, mmoja wetu anawaambia. So tutadota.
Okay. Okay. Ambaye simujui na sijui kuna magari kwanza. Lakini kwa sababu ya uzalendo na kupitia morali mwambie wewe pia mmoja wao. Lakini sitakuwa ni vyema nimuone pia mwanama.
Those are orders that must be complied with. Ladies and gentlemen, you know good things don't come simply. So is anybody else feeling sufficiently philanthropic to support you? Okay, because something about this event is that you have pretty good athletes, some of whom may not get that 1,510, but they're actually winners in their own right. Madam Boss, thank you so much for that initiative. No, anybody else feeling sufficiently philanthropic to pay? And Moses, this will cover those that the committee feels may not have, the entry fee. So anybody else? This is an open challenge to the floor. Anyone else feeling like they could support an athlete too? Could we fundraise for maybe just 5 from this group? Could we just fundraise for 5? That's the 7,500. Anybody else feel like they can adopt an athlete here? Anyone? Very good. Madam Boss Chole, asante sana. You're good? Benis? Benis will adopt 5 athletes, paying entry for 5 athletes. Let's give them a big round of applause. Umeweka 27 shillings ya kutoa hiyo elfu moja. Oh, sana sisi. Okay, so interest rates. We have to be sure. Accountants work hard. So we have 5. Madam Benis has adopted 5. You know the person, right? Anybody else who want to stand with one athlete? Asante sana. A champion, former champion, recognizes a future champion through 2. Thank you so much. Madam Ian. These are 2 athletes. 2 athletes. 4 athletes. Asante sana, 4 athletes. We have there's more money here. This is 8,000, so we need 500 shillings back. Asante sana. How many athletes here? 2. Or when we sing, asante sana. To give a coffee, let's have a big round of applause. This thing is going so fast. This is the nature of athletics. Anybody else? We want to make sure nobody feels left out. For if any one person, 2 people can stand for 1. 2 guys can. Anybody else? Thank you so much. I'm sorry. It's okay. This marathon is already on, I tell you. Kwa hivyo utashikia wangapi?
10.
My knees are weak. 10. Pigeni makofi. Let's give them a big round of applause. Engineer, you are engineering the next crop of world champions. They will thank you most generously. You see, county commissioner, you don't need to know who you're paying for. All you have to do is just believe in it. Put faith in it and these blessings will come back your way.
Exactly.
So this is 10 athletes that have already been paid for. Anybody else? Usitoke hapo ukifika hapo kwa mlango alafu useme najua nilikuwa nataka kulipa lakini siku ndio mkono. This is the last chance. Anyone? 1, 2. Thank you very much. We have one person here. Let me just move on and hear from them. Madam, asante sana. Asante sana. Jina lako na unasimama na wangapi?
Kwa kwanza kupitia ila dunia hata tu in Africa.
What was the time?
59 seconds or 94. Yeah, 800 meters in Africa under 2.
So 400 meters. Mimi najaribu divide your time by 2. Nione mzunguko ya kwanza ilikuwa ni ngapi? Quick maths. 800 meters at the time was
1 minute 59 seconds.
1 minute 59 seconds. So quick maths, 400 meters was 60 seconds.
59.
Madam, mimi nikikueleza mimi nikimbia 400 meters I take about 5 minutes.
Lazima upate mlima zaidi.
And this is why we thank you so much. Asante sana. Wewe unasimama na wangapi? Una sponsor wangapi naona pesa?
1,000.
Hiyo 500 mimi nitaongeza. Asante sana. Asante sana. Pigeni makofi kwa Mungu. Pigeni makofi. Asante sana. Former champion, recognized as former champion. Very good. Very good. Bas. Anybody else before we continue? Excellent. 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 Asante sana. This is the practicality of this morning and of this event. Chairman of the school. Asante sana bwana Ngesa, asante sana. Basi hiyo washiriki wote pesa au tume ya kutoa. Tume ya kutoa. Asante sana. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Unless there's anybody else, I'd like to, Madam Sibeo, I'd like to hand over this money to you. Thank you so much. Again, let's give a round of applause to all our generous sponsors at an individual level and at a corporate level. Asante sana. So, nashukuru sana kwa wale ambao wameweza kutoa. I'd like to continue now and move on. We've heard from the county police commandant represented here this morning, as well as Dr. Edison Nyali. We will head to now listen to a highlight this morning from the chief guest herself, Gladys Boss, who is also the Member of Parliament and Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. Ama kuna mtu bado anaona hiyo pesa ni mzito kwa mfuko kidogo bado anataka. Let's give a big round of applause to our chief guest this morning. She's coming up. Okay. Moses, you want to come? Utalipa na pesa Moses ama utatoa cash? Moses, the members of the media have informed me that you need to hold this one. Here to the
Thank you very much again, and I've been asked to be going live now, and I would like to give a brief history of Eldoret City Marathon. Eldoret City Marathon is a gift back from the founders that, you know, when we retire as athletes, there is nothing that we can give back. So instead of the way the speaker said, that instead of going and stay at home, this is where we began, and this is where we got our, I don't know what I can say, because sometimes live. Yeah. So for us, the Eldoret City Marathon, we would like to give back to the community, to the athletes, and I can tell you for free that why Eldoret is because it is the city of champions. We have almost 99% of the Kenyan athletes, world beaters, staying around the city. And you can see the support from my colleagues that we say we cannot go and sleep before we give back to the community, to the young generation, to the people, to the athletes, that they don't have anything. Remember, we have so many athletes training across the northern counties that they don't have even a shilling to go to Nairobi, and have where to sleep for the next competition. But in Eldoret City, you can sell or get 200 shillings, come to the start line in the morning, and win a marathon. And we have history of the same. 2021. Came here, got a shoe, he borrowed a shoe, and he was among the top 20 athletes that won prizes. Eldoret City Marathon also as the champions of other big cities in the world. Eldoret City Marathon is not a marathon that is locally organized. We are organized by AK, Athletics Kenya, World Athletics, and then we have APOT, who is an organization for major marathons. If you run 42 kilometers and you are over 40 years, you qualify Boston Marathon, London Marathon, Berlin Marathon, Tokyo Marathon, and that is why Eldoret is in the calendar of world events. If you see us today, we are there. So this is the marathon that we should all Kenyans be proud of. And I thank you all, especially our sponsors, that you have a cause. The vision that was made or was visualized to have this marathon will not stop. And I want to really, I don't know what I can say, that our chief guest, when we spoke, we say, this is my home and the marathon must continue. Thank you. It's really, I don't know what to say, but you are making this marathon alive, and you see you are supporting our young, talented athletes. I want to say, I don't want you to be the MC, but I will give you this time, or I will invite you to come here and speak to our sponsors, and if you can organize a few of our sponsors. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very, very much.
That was not a very loud introduction and appreciation to the guest of honor this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, in this room once again, could I request all of us to put our hands together and give a round of welcome to Gladys Boss, the guest of honor this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm extremely delighted to be here today because, and I first, even as I begin, I want to say thank you to our race director, Moses Tanui, together with all the board members, the chairperson, and the of this particular marathon. Because when they told me about this marathon and the dream that they had, I said to them, how can we be a city of champions with no marathon? Sure. Does that make sense? That we are the ones who are sending champions to Boston, to Chicago, to London, all over the world, Tokyo the other day, yet we don't have a marathon, an accredited marathon in Chicago. So when he said it to me, I said, no, I will take a leap of faith. We are going to have this marathon. Even as we speak now, we don't have all the money, but we shall have it. I believe we shall get all of it. And he explained something that was very important. He said to me that there are some athletes who, in order to go to international races, require to run in an accredited marathon, one that is recognized by the World Athletics. And so this is an opportunity for our young people to be able to have a certification time and be able to enter. They cannot enter Boston until they have a best time. They cannot enter Chicago until they have a best time. How many of them will afford to go to the Nairobi Expressway Marathon? How many of them can afford to go to Nairobi to go to the Standard Marathon? So how is it that we don't have, we're not keeping up with this marathon? So yes, this is extremely important. It's an opportunity for all our young people to be able to start. And yes, thank you to those sponsors who have already taken, who have supported us. Huawei Kenya, we want to say thank you. Safaricom, thank you. Kenya Airports Authority, Asante. Mozilla, and all the others, Rivertex, Pitstop, Pipeline, Life Care, Top Hill, thank you for coming through for us. And I want to also say thank you to the retired athletes, all you champions who have made our country proud. I know that I arrived yesterday from London, Oxford actually. I was speaking at Oxford University International Women's Day. And when I introduced myself, people just said, oh, she's the Deputy Speaker, Kenya, Then I said, no, wait a minute. I am Member of Parliament for Wasingishu County, the city of champions, the source of champions, the home of champions. The whole room stood up. Yeah. So you're the ones who give us faith. People do not know where I am from if it were not for you champions to put our country on the map and also to put our home on the map. People would never know who you are. So thank you very much for that. And I want to say this, that I'm hoping that I can convince people to sponsor an athlete, adopt an athlete. It's only 1,500 shillings. I was telling my colleagues in Parliament that if each of you sponsor an athlete, that would be 300 of them minimum that will be sponsored to enter the race. Give those young people an opportunity. And I want to ask each of you to visit our camps, the training camps where they go. Sometimes they don't even have shoes. We are talking about shoes. In the year 2024, I mean, that is wrong. And I was just explaining to my friend that sometimes I go and buy a whole bale of Mutumba shoes just to give them away, for them to be able to have a shoe to them. So yes, we talk about our athletes when they have become great, but we are forgetting to talk about them when they are starting out. Let people know that the Benson Kipruto, the other day, the late, God bless his soul, the late Kelvin Kiptu, you only knew about him when he started breaking world records. But actually, people should know that he could barely have enough food to eat, that he could barely have a shoe, that he could barely be able to get a proper nutrition for him to be able to run. So let us nurture talent. Let us not just celebrate them. We should nurture them as they are growing. And actually, that is what the Ministry of Sports is supposed to do. If you read the executive order, it says they're supposed to be nurturing talent. We're not supposed to receive talent when it is made. And it's something that we are very excited about. And today, we launched the Eldoret Marathon at a very good time in our history of Athletics Kenya. Because now, Athletics Kenya will be able to have fresh elections. And I'm hoping that all of you should be the ones who should be members of AK. You should be members of AK. The ones who should be the president of AK. The ones who should be the vice president of AK. We cannot have a situation where people who have never run and never felt the pain of running go and manage athletics for us. And thank you to those who initiated the court action that has now made AK open for elections. And this time we want to say, first, I want to send a very stern warning to Athletics Kenya. Don't you dare appeal that case. Because you cannot stay in Athletics Kenya by force or by fire. And I think it's also important for people to know that there was something terribly wrong that was going on at Athletics Kenya. The vice president of Athletics Kenya is Gennaro Kibet, who's my friend. His law firm is the ones who are handling the case for to support Athletics Kenya. AAA advocates. The chairman of the sports tribunal is Tom Ohaga, who is also a partner in the law firm OO, and who is also the partner of the vice president Gennaro Kibet. That is incest. Yeah, it must stop. retired athletes. We have enough of them. So we don't need any of all the others. And also, for over time, we have not seen them being supportive of athletes because they were not athletes themselves. Because another person will know kuna watoto wako kwa kambi who are suffering. By the time we started having, when we have gender-based violence happening in our camps, when you have a case where Agnes Tirop was killed by her husband, I don't know, you know, that is wrong. How did it get there? Before she was killed, she was being abused. And everyone knew. And that's why I'm asking the security forces here. Even on the issue of doping. The issue of doping is happening here. There is a chemist in Bargatu Plaza. Nataka uende huko na commissioner na police. Yes, they are the ones who are injecting our athletes. And the other question we should ask ourselves, how come when an athlete is banned, it's only the athlete who is banned? Yet the coach still remains and takes others again and again. We must say, if your athlete is banned for doping, also the coach and the manager must be banned. Why in the world? Because I know something about the young people who run. None of them know anything about doping. They don't even know how to buy Panadol. I want to hear better. So there is somebody who is sponsoring this to happen. And those people must go. And then how can you be a coach and a manager and 10 of your athletes have been banned? Na bado huko kwa job. Yes, we must start calling them out. So saidia sisi tafadhali. Na kule Iten, najua juzi walifunga, when I spoke, when the president was in Iten, I mentioned that kuna chemist wanauza madawa ya doping. Na wanajulikana na polisi. The police the following day, because the president was there when I said it, wakafunga hizo chemist. Lakini we know that the person is out on bail na hiyo chemist imefunguliwa tena. So tafadhali, when a commissioner saidia sisi, because this is our livelihood in vaccination. This is how vaccination is made. We cannot allow this sport to be built. Tafadhali. And that's why I've said to myself, I shall become the de facto minister of sports and the minister of athletics. Because if there's anything I can give back to our country, to my home, where I grew up, is this. So we are going to do it. And thank you, Moses, for inspiring me. Yes, I know when you talk to me, I am sold, I will do it. So watch this space. We are going to run this race, and we are going to ensure that we bring back glory to Eldoret City Marathon as it was. So asanteni sana, and God bless you, and I hope I have more people who are going to continue to adopt an athlete. Asante. It's important to say that the Eldoret City Marathon is recognized by World Athletics and by Athletics Kenya, which means as an athlete, it's important for you, if you are an aspiring athlete, this is something that can happen. It's also recognized by Abbott World Marathon Majors, one age group qualifier, which means that anybody qualifying the amateur runners over 40, like me, so I'm going to also be running. So I have been training, so I hope that I don't embarrass myself. Thank you very much, and but now I can declare that the Eldoret City Marathon is now officially reopened. And that, and I'm also, I see that we said we are running for climate action. I know I've spoken to the ministry, and we're hoping that we'll be able to get support from the Ministry of Environment. Asante sana, God bless you.
Another big round of applause to our chief guest this morning.
www.eldoretcitymarathon.co.ke. Sawa. Thank you very much.
Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please.
And by the way, even if you are not going to run, just register. Because we need the 1,500. Yeah. So even if you're not running, register. Asante sana. So the date is going to be on the 21st of April 2024. 21st of April 2024. And I know that what can we look forward to? I think we have almost 18 million shillings that's up for grabs. So, tafadhali, please register. Asanteni sana. I don't know how to do it like you.
Another big round of applause, please, to the guest of honor this morning. And Moses, I'd like you to please come on stage, as well as the chairman of the marathon. Moses, yes, I will get there in a moment. Moses, you know your name is also biblical, so it looks like you set people free from what the guest of honor has said. Moses, you know the guest of honor has already registered, right? So we'll have the wazee kidogo kwanza. She beat all of us this morning in terms of registration, and I think we need to give her the registration beat. The guest of honor herself said she has been running, and that she has been running and training. But of course, what do you think your time will be? What time are you looking for?
Currently, my pace is 9 minutes per kilometer. That's my current pace. So they are laughing because obviously that's very slow. But I will finish. I ran Lewa Marathon last year, so I'm going to that this.
Very well. 9 minutes per kilometer with a mark to go. She has time to bring that down to about 7, and you probably will see a motion to that effect at the end of the line. Tupige makofi tena. Now that is 001. Asante sana, Madam Boshole. We cannot wait to see her on the day, 21st of April. Mark the date. When will it be? Someone look at the calendar. Sunday? On a Sunday. Thank you so much, Madam Boss. Everyone take a picture. I tell us, Mama, have a with her 001. Boss lady first on the line, you think, after being first to register? Oh yes, we can't wait. Asante. Yes, so we have more.
I think the Huawei team, I think come here so they can see you. You are one of the first people to take Safaricom. You are the first ones to take a leap of faith. Kenit. Yes. Hey, Lion Ajay.
Ajay from Kenit and Rupa. We are going to also have the sponsors, those who have sponsored. They will also come here.
I know Ajay was sitting in the corner then. Things I'm going to ask him to run.
All right, could we have something for the entry?
Okay.
Asante sana. The stage is enough. Commissioner, we want you here in a minute. Let's have all those who have stood with us, those who have registered. Moses. Okay. Commissioner, do you have one?
Representing the CEO. Yes. And Doreen is also here from Norway.
Engineer is here. Very well. Police, we heard that because they're also going to run the marathon. Running that means ensuring the whole course is taken care of, and that in itself is also running. Alafu tunakuja kwa wazee in a moment. Our legends will come to you in a moment. Look like the stage is almost full. All right, could we have now, Madam Boss, I could hold the microphone for you so that we get a better picture. Could we have all of you now on stage displaying your registration? Yes. We don't see, come on, let's see more smiles. People need to, all right? Let's see your number. I see 5 kilometers, I see 42 men, I see 42 women, 001, 002, 003. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of our sponsors that we are going to have more on stage in a moment. Those of us who are here, can we please give them a big round of applause? those ones who are there, our leaders and more sponsors. If you sponsored this morning, please come on stage for our ceremonial launch. And we want to thank Eka Hotel really so much. Eka Hotel, our host this morning. Asanteni sana for your generosity for the breakfast, which we're going to enjoy in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't be in a hurry. We are going to have breakfast that has been set for us. And some of our athletes we know will also be staying here. Asanteni sana. Let's have more legends. And Songe hapa karibu. Songe hapa chairman karibia hapa. Very good. Santeni, let's have the stage is enough. We want to ensure that everybody, any other sponsor that maybe will go back, will come to you in a minute. Look like the stage is full. All right. Should we have everybody hold your registration? No, stick with this. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's give them a generous round of applause. Asante sana. This is our ceremonial launch of the marathon. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Let's have more sponsors, guys who have sponsored this morning. Let's get you on stage. We don't want to leave anybody behind. And we'd like to thank you for really sponsoring those who may not have the entry fee. If only they knew when they win that you paid for them, they would probably be friends for life. Right? More sponsors, we don't want to leave anyone behind. Please, all sponsors come on board. If we acknowledge you, please come. Judy, we haven't seen anyone from Standard Group here, please. Come on board. Excellent. We have enough. Nafasi ipo. And ladies and gentlemen, please don't be in a hurry. We have breakfast that is going to be served after this. Okay? Who does not have... we still have more space, so those ones who the stage may not fit, don't worry, we will get everybody on stage. Okay. Smiley Lisa. Kama bado yuko. Hip hip. Hooray. Come on guys, you can put, come on, the cameras are rolling. Photographers need best photos, so you don't smile please. Utachoma picha. Usichome picha. Don't be scared. Okay. Anybody else from the sponsors? Asante sana. Any other sponsor we may have left out? Stop the electronics, please. Shikilia kimoto kidogo. Anybody else? The sponsors we may have left out, please join us on stage if you haven't taken. All right. Asante sana. Anybody else? I see the anchor here. Where is he here? Please join us if you're one of the sponsors. I just really know it to Shikia. He really know it to Shikia. I'll be running with my mouth, then you will be running with your legs. Ladies and gentlemen, hapa sisi hatuwezi kupigia makofi jamani. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Asante sana, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we'd like to thank Madam Boss. Asante sana, Madam Boss, for your generosity of spirit. Thank you so much. Those words have reverberated. You are live on KTN this morning, so those words have gone everywhere within the globes of this country and the world's of media impact. Certainly, would like to thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome now Mr. Aguchi Ogoy, the chairman of the marathon, to give his vote of thanks and to take us home. Asante sana, Chair.
Thank you, Sadiq. Good morning, all of us. Good morning. Mheshimiwa, asante sana for bless this occasion, and all the sponsors and guests that have attended this occasion of launching the 5th edition of Eldoret City Marathon. I want to really thank all of you. I'll begin first by really thanking Mheshimiwa for the thought and even the will to actually show the fortitude that this marathon that we talk about is something that is a good deed. You know, it's a good deed to society. When we think about it, the vision of having a Eldoret City Marathon and even relating to what our government now, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, said, is a bottom-up kind of deed. You know, when we talk about runners and how much they put in to become world champions, it's just that nobody has put that into perspective. Our marathon runners ran for 5 years with nobody recognizing them. They ran without being paid by anybody. They work so hard, and then somewhere between 3 and 5 years is when now they become good runners. They are recognized by agents and coaches, and then from there everybody knows that there is a Kiptum, you know. But where Kiptum began from, nobody knows. And this is what we want to change. This is what the Eldoret City Marathon comes out to change. We want to give an opportunity for somebody who has run for 3-5 years without exposure. He just needs to pay the 1,500 that now even Mheshimiwa amesema, let's give them the chance by paying for them. Now, this person pays 1,500 shillings. He comes and runs Eldoret City Marathon. If he gets a chance of being top 20, from that day, that person's life totally changes. Now, the hustler part of it is this. This guy probably has never got somebody to sponsor him shoes, does not get somebody to sponsor him transport to do whatever they are doing. Even in the camp, when they go, then they go early morning and go back home. They don't stay at the camp. These are things that are practical. We have between 5,000 and 10,000 runners who run regularly in Kenya, regularly all over Kenya. You know, when we talk about Nyahururu, we talk about Kericho, we talk about Narok, we come to Wasingishu, which is the home of champions, we go to Kapsabet, we go to Giten. All these guys run continuously. So Eldoret City Marathon gives them that platform to showcase what they have done so far. And this is why we have said, when most you come, you know, somebody would say, why are these guys so persistent? Last year, they didn't manage to run the marathon. We had the hiccups here and there. But we are not really, we are persistent because we know what it really means. We have always said with Moses Tami that we want this marathon to outlive us, meaning that whether we are there or not, we have marathon, the Boston Marathon, Moses won it at the 100th year, isn't it? And that was 2001? 1996. And that was the 100th year of Boston Marathon. So this means that it can actually totally outlive us. And once we get it going and now flowing, then we have title sponsors who will be 100% sponsoring it. We have that chance being given to the many athletes. And by the way, when you look at what athletics has done in Wasingishu, meaning the investments that athletics has brought to Wasingishu, it tells you that it is a good deed to have them doing what they are doing. Because we got the many buildings that are owned by athletes, we have them employing so many other people. And this is what we want that continuity to be. I had Mheshimiwa, I'm sorry for saying all this. I had Mheshimiwa talk about shoes. One of our marathons, I think, must have been the second or the third edition. Two young men who are good friends. One tells his fellow, you know, I've been running, I know you know that I'm better than you. So let's exchange your shoes are newer than mine. And you give me, you wear mine, I'll put on yours, so that we give a chance, you don't need to worship. And that guy became third in our marathon. Now this guy never even got a million shillings because our third prize is 1 million shillings. Hakuwa malai pata 1 million shillings. Kwanza alipatia ile mmoja alipatia kiatu 30,000 shillings. Huyo pia hakuwa amekutana na 30,000 shillings. You know, so what we're trying to say is, it gives them a chance. Let's build the talent that is available. I look at some few things that I think we would change. You see, like now, Brand Kenya, and I'm not saying that they are not doing a good job. Brand Kenya is given, I think, about 6 million Kenyan shillings by the national government to do what we call branding of Kenya. You know, they go around, They normally have things like Expo, they have one in Japan, they have one in Dubai, and many other things. But if you look at what athletics does in terms of branding Kenya, this is what we need to change. If that investment was put down to athletics, let's say today we have, we have about 50 or 100 camps in Kenya. If every camp was given a stipend for probably 10, 20 athletes regularly, the coaches is also given a stipend, given targets. These are some of the things that now we need to change. The athletic fraternity give us more visibility than any of what we do. If when Eliud Kipchoge was running in Tokyo, all over the world wanted to see what Eliud was going to do, even if he was not the winner. That's what I'm trying to say. When we did the Enos 159, 700 million people watched all over the world. There's nothing that brands Kenya more than athletics. So we need probably through the ministries that are currently available to look into that and come up with ideas that will actually help the athlete grow. Like you say, the ministry, the policy says that they're supposed to grow the athlete, but they only come and get the athlete once they are out there. Okay, I know we had a landmark ruling in terms of athletic and the fraternity. I believe that with the new changes, probably they say a change is as good as a rest. So I believe probably with the future, that change will begin a new future for athletics in Kenya. I want to really thank all of you. I want to also thank the media. You see, the media, one thing about the Eldoret City Marathon, the Fortress data has been with us 101%. They've always been with us, whether we are doing well or whether we are struggling. We have had our struggles, and when you fall, it's good because you learn for the next day. We have gone so low and we are going to get so high. So we are willing to go the whole length. So don't see us fighting to really get this marathon up and down. I would really want to request the county government of Wasigishu that this is a noble project. People have said so many issues about what has happened, but there's one thing that nobody has ever said. We have never misappropriated any funds that were given to us as a Eldoret City Marathon. I want to put that very clear. There's not a single day Eldoret City Marathon has issues of misappropriating funds that are related to the marathon. We have always paid the athletes, even if we had hiccups in terms of delayment of payment, and it is nothing that is related to the Eldoret City Marathon. The other issues were issues that were there then, but it was nothing related to the organization and the LOC, the local organizing committee of the Eldoret City Marathon. I just wanted to put that straight. So we are looking forward to having a fantastic marathon. I know raising the money is not easy, it's not very easy, but even with the time frame. But with both Soleil and certain, we are going to raise enough capital to finance the marathon and of course pay the athletes in time. And I want to emphasize that also our athletes, let's run clean, let's work hard to attain the general aspect of being a good runner instead of doing the doping and issues that are related. I want to thank the police, police service. They have really given us a good service since we began the marathon. They have always looked after the roads, closed the roads. I know normally we give Eldoret a bit of headache because we have to close the roads, but we only close them for the good of what it entails to run the marathon. So I want to thank the legions that have come. Asanteni sana kwa kuja kuwa na hii legion mwenzenu. Najua Moses has fought so many fights. Mjone hii jamefanya hii ya AK. People don't know what the case was all about. Now because we did that case for many years, we have been friends with Moses for quite a while. One of the main issues that Moses has said is that you can't be running athletics and you know nothing about athletics. And then the athlete is nowhere. That's what the main case was all about. Is that where are the athletes? You see, even today, one athletic Kenya is run by, is it Ko? Is it Sebastian Ko is the chair? Why is it that Kenya, we don't have that athlete being the top of Even now, golf the other day, we had the elections and all that. All those guys are golfers, 90% are golfers. So I don't know why athletics was missing this. But anyway, this is what needs to be changed. We want somebody who has felt the pain of running. They know what it means to be a good athlete. They know what it means to go for an event. The planning for many of our events. Even when you look at the performance that we've had in the short time, we have always not really done as well as we've been doing. So we need to change some of these things. But we are not saying they have not done a good job either. No, we want to say, but here, those guys, they are due, because they have also done what they have done. But I think it's a time now to change and bring up a new team, and the new team to continue running. Sorry for taking a lot of your time. I rarely don't talk so much. I'm not a politician. But nataka kuwashukuru sana. I want to thank all of you, our sponsors. We've had sponsors who have been with us from the beginning. Yeah, like the advocates here, we've always been with them. They have always G&A advocates. We have always been with them too. So we want to recognize all of you. We want to continue having this marathon. One thing I believe is that all of us together will make this a success. So I want to thank all of you. Sadiq, nataka kurudishia pole kwa kuchukua muda wako mrefu. I think breakfast will be served very soon. Anybody who is traveling, safe journeys back home. Asanteni sana, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the 21st. The people who are going to run the corporate marathon, and the guys who are going to run the main event. Asante sana. Thank you, Sadiq, for the good job on that. So we want to also give a big hand to Sadiq, who is the master of ceremony today. Asante sana.
Chairman, asante sana. Baada ya chairman kuzungumza, I do not have much other than to thank you all for being here, and I thank you for your patience. I've been informed that breakfast is ready. We will start with the high table first. They will proceed there, and then the rest of us will follow. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like once again on behalf of the organizing committee of Eldoret City Marathon, I'd like to thank you all for being here this morning. Particularly our sponsors, a big shout out to you, all of you this morning. And I'd like us to all our sponsors, let's give them a big round of applause one more time. Both corporate and individual, because also we now have new group of sponsors, individual sponsors who have been here. We'd like to close this with a word of prayer. I'm going to request Jackie Sumeho to come and lead us in a word of prayer. And for those who have want to pay by mobile, by money, she's a person to go to. Those who want to sponsor, those who are asking about details of payment, she'll be right there. So I'd like you to kindly meet them before you leave. So I'd like to request all of us to, have a moment of prayer, then to ask Jacqueline Smith.
Good morning, everyone. Let us all stand for a word of prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning. We just want to thank you, King of Glory. We ask for your guidance as we started this meeting. And dear Lord, even as we conclude, we just want to say thank you. Father, we invite you in the planning and the execution of the Eldoret City Marathon. May you be able to go before us, may you guide us, and also may you be able, Lord, to give us all the support that we need to make this event a success. Thank you, Father, for each and every representative who has come to this meeting. Lord, may you bless them and their organizations. And dear Lord, even as we discuss for this meeting, may you go with us. For we pray this prayer, trusting and believing in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you all, Asante Sana, and our chief guests, Madam Boss, and members of the high table. Please, you may take your leave now. Have breakfast. There is plenty for all of us, our partners and the hosts.
Songa mbele kidogo. Songa mbele wewe. Songa mbele. Karibu. Wasonge kidogo.